Manchester United have narrowed their strikers' options down to two people, Ollie Watkins and Benjamin Šeško. If you read the reports online, you'll see that it's predominantly about those two strikers. Welcome back to the channel, people. Like, share, comment, subscribe, get your notifications on. Shout out to everyone who's been tuning in with the content, who's been supporting, liking, sharing, all of that good stuff. And yeah, it's road to 18K, on our way to 20, which is the big milestone. And I'm sure we'll reach that very soon. Shout out to everyone who's been interacting with the content lately, especially here on YouTube. It's been gathering, it's been gaining a lot of views. So yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. In this video, we're here to talk about Ollie Watkins and Benjamin Šeško. Like I said, if reports are to be believed, those are the two options that Manchester United are looking at the moment. Man United will have a number 9 next season. The question is it going to be Ollie Watkins or is it going to be Benjamin Šeško? And I'll be honest, at the start of the video, I didn't really want to say, I wanted to keep it for the end. But I think my preference, not even I think, my preference would go towards Ollie Watkins. Now, a lot of people have their opinions about this, and, you know, go ahead and let me know yours in the comment section below. But my choice would definitely be Ollie Watkins. I get that Benjamin Šeško is an incredible athlete. I get the fact that he plays for a good team in the Bundesliga. I get that he's had a decent goal-scoring record, especially now after his second season with RB Leipzig. I think he played something like 30-plus games. However, only scored 13 goals. Now, am I saying that he's a bad striker? No, absolutely not. I think he's got good potential, and I think he's got the potential to be a very good European striker. But when I look at Šeško, I'm going, we've done the whole signing a 21-year-old or upcoming striker in Europe. We've done it once, and we've spent a lot of money on that guy, Rasmus Højlund. Now, the price quoted for Benjamin Šeško is apparently around 60 to 70 million pounds. Originally, it was 90 for clubs that were inquiring beforehand. I don't know why it's dropped. Apparently, it's because of an agreement, a gentleman's agreement between the club and Šeško himself, that if he were to choose a club he wanted to move to, the price would be lowered to 60 to 70 million euros or 60 to 70 million pounds. I don't know what the exact figure is. But back to the goal scoring record. I know that this season he finished top scorer of his team, but I look at the first season and I think he had round about the same numbers, but he was massively, and I think it was 14 goals. This season it was actually 13, so a goal less. But the first season at Leipzig, he scored 14 goals, and he wasn't Leipzig's top scorer because he was outscored by Lois Openda by 10 goals. And when I look at that, I'm going, the Bundesliga is already a league that favours forwards and strikers. You just have to look at the ones that have recently moved from the Bundesliga to another club. You look at Omar Marmoush. You look at Randal Kolo Muani, who was tearing that league up. You look at Ekitike, who was tearing that league up. You look at, you know, different strikers who have played in the Bundesliga, left, and having left the Bundesliga, they left with a good reputation. Not saying that Šeško has a bad reputation, but you get my point. In terms of goal scoring, I'm not seeing him tearing it up like I'm seeing other strikers tearing it up in the Bundesliga. You've got strikers in the Bundesliga right now still doing bits. And I have to look at the list to name you guys the strikers that I'm talking about. And by no means am I disrespecting Šeško. Let's just look at the list. Give me 1 second, people. There we go. Player stats. I'm looking at the top scorers lists. I'm looking at the top goal scorer list of the Bundesliga last season, and I'm seeing Harry Kane, 26, Patrick Schick, 21, Serhou Guirassy, 21, Jonathan Burkhardt from Mainz, completely random, 18, Tim Kleindienst from Borussia Mönchengladbach, 16, Demirovic from Stuttgart, 15, Hugo Ekitike, 15, Omar Marmoush, who obviously left in January, 15 as well. And it's only in 9th position that I'm seeing Benjamin Šeško with 13 goals. And behind him was Jamal Musiala with 12 goals and Michael Olise with 12 goals. So I'm looking at this and I'm going, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be a success. And because we don't know, I'm not willing. I'm not willing to take that risk again, because if you splash another 60, 70 million, obviously I trust Ineos to strike a good deal in terms of the installments and stuff. But in terms of the goal scoring, I just don't know. Now, when it comes to the actual gameplay, I think him and Watkins are, I'm not going to say similar, but they have very good attributes. They know how to hold the ball up. They know how to drive with it. They've both got good feet. I would say Šeško is better in the air than Watkins is. You put a cross in the box, 9 times out of 10, Šeško's going to be there, put it in the back of the net. But it's the goal-scoring record in itself that I'm really worried about. And I don't want to have to worry about a striker scoring goals, because that's the feeling I had for Højlund when he was coming to Man United. But I was like, you know what? We can develop him. We've got time. I don't think we have that time. I think if he goes somewhere else, he will have the right environment to develop. Yes. If he goes to Newcastle, I think that's a good club for him. And yeah, I just have doubts. I'll be honest. I just have doubts. Now, in terms of the power, the athleticism, I think he's absolutely fantastic. I think we've all seen images and footage of him doing incredible stuff. I still don't know if that footage of him jumping in the air in training is real or fake. I still don't know. I don't know if it's AI or not. But he seems to be a very athletic guy. He seems to have a very good shot on him sometimes. He can absolutely smash it from like 20, 30 yards. He can do these things. But again, I'm looking at the goal-scoring record in the Bundesliga, a league that notoriously gives strikers lots and lots of goals. And I'm going, you didn't capitalize on being in the Bundesliga enough by scoring a lot of goals. I mean, Harry Kane, he went from the Premier League to the Bundesliga and he's tearing that league up, absolutely smashing it. You know, Patrick Schick was not even a starter for Leverkusen, sorry. Patrick Schick was not even a starter for Leverkusen and managed to get 21 goals. 21 coming off the bench predominantly. And here is Benjamin Šeško starting week in, week out for Leipzig, and he only got 13. I don't know, people. I have my doubts. I really, really have my doubts. But feel free to let me know if you think that Šeško is the guy to bring Man United back to glory. Now, you look at somebody like Ollie Watkins. Now, okay, cool. You look at the age. He just turned 30. And a lot of people, that's the thing they're going to mention the first. You talk about Watkins, they'll mention the age and they'll go, yeah, but Manchester United are trying to get young players in. Why go for players that, you know, are 30 now, 30 plus? Manchester United can't sign 30 plus year old strikers. And listen, I understand that it's a fair argument, but again, we've done the whole sign a young striker, sign an upcoming striker. We've done it and it's failed. So I think right now, Manchester United, regardless of Ollie Watkins' age, we should go for Premier League proven. We've done it with Cunha. We've done it with Mbeumo. Keep up the trend, especially with forwards. When it comes to midfielders and defenders, okay, cool. You can go abroad and get someone in. They can adapt. But when it comes to forwards, because we require those forwards to hit the ground running, well, in some sort, because we require them to score goals immediately, listen, I will take that Premier League experience over anything. Right now, especially at this time, at this club, it is vital we bring somebody in up front that has the experience of playing in the Premier League. And you guys know me. Again, I keep saying this because it's actually true. I'm not big on stats. I respect the fact that in the modern game, stats matter, but I'm not the biggest, you know, on stats here and stats there. But I broke it down when it comes to Ollie Watkins. And I was like, hold on a minute. This is someone who joined the Premier League in the season 2020-2021. Obviously joined from Brentford, made the move to Aston Villa. And I just want you guys to listen to these numbers. In the season 2020-2021, he scored 14 goals and got 5 assists in 37 Premier League games. In the season 21-22, he got 11 goals and 2 assists in 35 Premier League games. In the season 2022-2023, he got 15 goals and 6 assists in 37 Premier League games. In the season 23-24, he got 19 goals and 13 assists in 37 Premier League games. And last season, 24-25, he got 16 goals and 8 assists in 38 Premier League games. So just off the back of these stats, this is someone who in 5 seasons got 75 Premier League goals. You sign him for Manchester United on a 3-year contract. Doesn't have to be 3, can be 2 plus 1. And he gives you 10 goals every season. We're talking about someone who potentially could have 105 Premier League goals by his 3rd year at Manchester United if he signs. And that would be another one to join the 100 club before any of our forwards or the one that we just let go to Barcelona. 10 seasons in the Premier League. This is no shade, by the way. 10 seasons in the Premier League, Rashford, 89 Premier League goals. That's an average of 8.9 goals per season. Not good enough. This guy here, not just consistently, but factually, gives you 10 plus goals every season. I don't see what the problem with that is. When's the last time we had a striker at the club that gave you 10 plus goals consistently every season? I'm not going to say no to that. And again, Ollie Watkins might not be my cup of tea. He might not be my favorite type of striker. But just looking at the numbers, he gives you 10 plus consistently. I'm not going to say no to that. Now, you add him to the squad. Now, all of a sudden, if you do add him to the squad, you've got someone who gave you 20 last season in Boumel. You've got someone who gave you 15 last season in Cunha. And you've got someone that gave you, let me check. And you've got someone that gave you 16 in Watkins. Who's going to say no to that? That's double figures. 3 of our forwards, or potentially, 3 of our forwards could potentially play for our club, having reached double figures last season. When's the last time that happened? I just need United fans to look at the bigger picture here and not just go off their feelings and go, oh no, I don't really like him, the price tag. And this is another thing. The price tag at the beginning, it was quoted that it was 60 million for Ollie Watkins. Now, apparently, according to reports, it's 40 to 45 million. Again, for someone who gave you double figures factually and consistently for 5 seasons, listen, I'm not going to say no to that. Honestly, I'm not going to say no to that, whether it's 40, 45 or 60. You break that down. If Ineos do what they did with Mbeumo and if they do what they did with Cunha, you break that down, you pay something like between 60 and 20 per season. That's good business. And all of a sudden, if this is the same guy that got you consistent double figures for 5 straight seasons and he does that for United, all of a sudden, you're not even thinking about the figure anymore because you're going, this is someone that gives you 10 guaranteed. And yes, it sounds mad for me to say that because really and truly, we should be asking for our number 9 to give you more than 10. But this is where we're at. This is the level we are at the moment. We've seen Rasmus Højlund play for our club for 2 straight seasons. We're not in any position really and truly to be picking and choosing who plays for Man United up front. We shouldn't be picking and choosing. But from what I can see, Watkins is not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all. You know, another thing that I want to mention, I mentioned all of these stats for Ollie Watkins. Season 20-21, 37 Premier League games. Season 21-22, 35 Premier League games. Season 22-23, 37 Premier League games. Season 23-24, 37 Premier League games. Last season, 24-25, 38 Premier League games. So that shows you, on top of the numbers, consistent, this is someone that is fit. He stays fit. He's rarely injured. When's the last time you heard, Ollie Watkins is out with an injury? He plays 30 plus games consistently every season. We could use some of that. We could use some of that because Xerxes, he can always pick up a knock, an injury here and there. We've seen a lot of injuries last season. And with the Premier League this season, 1 game a week, we need all the help we can get. We need players, especially up front, that are going to stay fit. So, if I'm being honest, people, my choice is made. Again, he may not be my cup of tea, but I know who I'm going for. I know what I would like to see more in my team. I would rather go for 30-year-old Premier League proven Watkins than unproven, unsure, doubtful Šeško who's going to come in at the club, because you don't know what you're getting with Šeško. You just don't. And a lot of people out there are going to try and pretend like they watch the Bundesliga and they're going to try and tell you what we're going to get with Šeško. We do not know. Whereas with Watkins, you know exactly what you're getting, because you watch him week in, week out with Villa. You watched him. You know what he can do. You know what he can't do. And I'll tell you what, I looked at a sort of a heat map of Watkins, where he scored his goals from. If I'm not wrong, yeah, all of his goals last season came from inside the box. Do you know how impressive that is? This is something we're begging for. We're begging to have a forward at the club to be scoring goals from within the box. We're begging to have a forward to score goals inside the box. This is what we've been looking for. So why not go for it if it's right there? Why try and go all the way to Germany and get a striker who we do not know can give us what Watkins can give you? Do you get my point? So if you ask me, my choice is made. That's me, innit? That's just me. So I think the club has to make a decision now, but I think it's evident that we need a new number 9. I've watched the first preseason game against against West Ham, and it was evident that we need a new number 9, like ASAP. I hope Man United can get this deal or this striker situation sorted out by the time they come back to the UK, because obviously they're playing Bournemouth next, and then they're playing Everton, and then they're coming back. So I hope they can get the situation sorted out before they fly back, or by the time they fly back to the UK. Because by the last preseason game, the last preseason friendly on the 9th of August against Fiorentina, which I'm going to attend, by the way, I want to see a new striker at the club. I want to see it. I want to see it. So yeah, listen, let me know what you think in the comment section below, people. Much appreciated for the love, the support, all of that. And I appreciate you guys, man. You guys have been smashing it when it comes to the support. So road to 20K, closing in on 18. Like, share, comment, subscribe, people. Much love to everyone. And before we leave, of course, a word from our sponsor. But for me, it's bye for now, and I'll see you soon. Peace. Today's video was sponsored by Subway Mark Collection. Now listen, it's summertime. I know you want to hit that beach. I know you want to go to that birthday party. Listen, I know you want to go to that wedding. What better pair of shades to make you feel like you're the flyest person in the room or on the beach than Subway Mark Collection? The mission is to build a brand that reflects empowerment. Life is a journey full of obstacles that we can't escape, and you need to have self-confidence and trust in yourself to overcome those challenges. The vision is to empower you to accept yourself as you are, and know that you're a unique breed and there's only one of you. Life is a marathon. Hold your vision and trust the process. Add a finishing touch to your outfit with these slick and sharp sunglasses. A lifestyle that empowers. Hit the link in the description and get yours now.